All right, it says we're live. But are we live? Let's see here. Yep, I think we're good. Yeah, my thing popped up on there, auto commented.
Yep. I'm live now.
I don't know how to change that, by the way.
What's that?
The auto message, welcome to the live, thanks for joining. Please suggest upcoming shows and topics.
Automatic thing?
I wanted to say like sub to my OnlyFans or something like that. Something spicy. Get the people going.
Jesus.
All right. I head back. Beep, beep, beep. That's not it. You know, I'm starting to realize that 5 minutes is just way too long.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm getting bored and I'm just going, all right, we gotta fix this. We gotta fix it right now. Anyways, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Clip Notes podcast. Guys, I've got it now. I don't mess up anymore. I'm that good.
You have to think about it, and you know you do. You have to think hard on it.
If he's not thinking about it, he messes up.
I actually have a note on my hand right now, so I don't forget anything. Listen, if you guys are watching this right now, I need you guys to hit that share button, tag your friends. I've got a goal set in my mind. I want to give something away tonight, okay? Whether that be some speakers, whether that be some merch. The more people I see interacting in the chat tonight, commenting, I'm going to do something cool towards the end. So I want to do that. But the coolness factor really depends on how cool you guys are, okay? I think that's pretty fair. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? Wouldn't it be really cool? I just want to be like one of those influencers that, like, you know, I'm going to pick one person in the comments to win like $50,000. Like, how do we do that?
Shit.
Like, listen, I'll do it, but you guys all have to follow. Like, I need more followers to do cool stuff like that. Okay. You know
Paul's
what
in
I'm
the
talking
comments
about?
right now talking about he'll take 50K.
Right.
See, am I not seeing all the comments coming in?
Now you're seeing them.
Am I? Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just speaking for Paul. I mean, I'm just saying Paul take 50K.
All right, I feel that. I'll enter. Yep. All right. Look, Jason, it's time to tag all your buddies, dude. 50K is on the line. All you guys got to do is follow. That's all I'm saying. That's what they do.
And dude,
They
you started playing poker, and now you're slinging around words like 50,000.
God.
Dude, when you're as good as I am, I'm just.
Dude, I won't lie to
good.
you. I thought about downloading some kind of poker game and just brushing up on some poker just to make sure next time we're around each other, you really can't hang with me.
All right, hear me out.
Oh,
Are you ready?
shit.
Hear me out. Are you ready for this? We pull up an online poker game on the podcast, and we all play a game of poker on the podcast. I'm just saying.
See, you guys are playing at your house, like as a family. Like we're not playing poker here at my house. We're just going to bed early, waking up early,
Yeah.
sharing meals together.
Trying to make some money. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys are out there hustling, playing poker.
Listen, I've been really into watching the poker tournaments.
It
And
looks like you need to watch more because apparently your brother whooped your ass at poker last night.
Dude, he wanted to keep playing. I had him beat dead to rights so many times, and I was like, okay, we'll keep playing. Finally, I just said, listen, I'm going to bed, put everything in on this last hand, and call it good. I won, okay? He had two pair. I ended up getting a flush with an ace at the end of the river, and I felt bad, so I was like, run it back one more time. He ended up winning the next round, and I left it at that. Don't let him get it twisted, okay? My big, genuine heart can only go so far. Mike said I don't see any chat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think there's something wrong.
Shadow banned.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, we are shadow banned. I'm telling you, somebody's out to get us. Those are I've heard those allegations get thrown around. They're attacking me. They're attacking my social media influence somehow. I don't know how, but they are.
Jace, what's that show that's coming up here soon?
Show coming soon.
Yeah, I heard there's one like on July 4th weekend or something.
Oh yeah, only the greatest show ever, Liberty Bay Showdown, July 4th and 5th.
Oh, shit.
Pre-registration's Thursday. America 250, baby. It's going down. It's happening. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I think you guys are going to start seeing some raffle items flowing in this week. I think we're going to go ahead and post one up this week and start some motion.
Oh, I like that.
Get some items moving. Yeah. I think everybody likes free stuff. Everybody likes raffles.
I am with you on that one. Will you be at Import? Yes, we will be at Import Face Off, Hebron, Ohio. April? Was it April?
April 18th.
April, yeah, something.
Yeah,
Same
one of
weekend,
the days.
we're not alone show. I wish it wasn't the same weekend because I want to go to Import Face Off too.
He wants to show up his Type R.
Dude, if you're cool, you'd come.
I was telling Jace that on the way home just now from selling some batteries, a little, I think it's a Scat Pack, the one that's got the little bumblebee on it or the little pissed off hornet on it.
Yeah, I think it's
whichever one that is,
or whatever
purple one, pulled up beside me and started jumping at me and shit. So I was like, all right, screw it, and gave them the heads up, and they hit the horn. We took off. We stayed side by side. I think if I would have started off in fourth gear instead of third, I think I might have pulled away a little bit.
You know what else would have got you that W?
If I wasn't so fat.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you didn't eat that damn Twinkie earlier,
yeah, lose a little weight.
You'd have had him. You'd have had him, dude.
Jesus.
Do you have your windows up or down? Windows up or down?
Windows was up.
Oh, okay. All right. Sunroof?
You can't have the windows down. It's pollen season, dude.
Oh my
That
god!
is the softest thing I've ever heard. It's pollen season.
It's crazy to have your windows down in pollen season.
You feeling all right?
I'm feeling fine.
I'm
feeling like I'm looking. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like I'm looking fine as hell.
Soft. My goodness. All right. So listen, I have a great topic I want to get into today. This is stemming from a phone call I had earlier in the week. I figured it'd be a good time to have a new video that we can edit up and post as a long form video on the channel. And I think it's going to be great for anybody getting into car audio moving forward. And I think a lot of you guys in the comments are going to have fun interacting with it because I'm sure you've heard some hellacious horror stories. So I'm eager to see feedback today. But today's podcast is structured completely around 5 things every basshead needs to know when they get involved in car audio. The title is probably a lot more sexier than that. But the premise is, what are those 5 critical things you need to know when you get in the car audio, right? I had a customer call me earlier in the week, and they got hosed. I'm going to put it nicely in case they're watching. I don't want them to feel bad, but they got taken advantage of. They went to another company. They bought a lot of product. They were, told that they were given a wet dream. Just put it that way. And about a week after they hook it up, it doesn't perform. It doesn't sound right. The list goes on and on. It ended up blowing equipment because they were clipping the crap out of it. So that's why I wanted to do this video. So I put together a list. I sent it to the boys. They are more than welcome to chime into this at any given time, or if there's something more prevalent that they think needs to be shared, that they have the go ahead to do that. But I'm going to pull it up here real quick, and I'm going to share it with you guys, my thoughts. The number one thing.
I think this is really relevant because I just now, like within the last few minutes, got back from selling a large skid battery to someone, and after meeting them and seeing their setup, I realized that this guy that I sold this battery to is jumping off in the deep end, like head first. Like he has no experience in car audio whatsoever, and the first thing he does is buy like a large ass B pillar build with 1215s. He has equipment, but the first thing he bought was a battery, and a good battery.
So he's doing the right thing. He's starting in the right area.
I was like, dude, as green as you are, the fact that you know to buy a battery says a lot. I mean, and you got a good battery, so
I bet he watched the podcast.
He must. He must. Or he's probably just a fan of me, to be honest with you. He knew to come to me to get the battery.
Did you give him an autograph?
Sign his forehead and everything.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right, so this is the number one thing I see people getting wrong all the time. You probably, if you're anywhere involved in car audio for at least a month, you probably heard this. But if you guys are green and just getting into it, the number one thing you have to avoid is buying stuff with max power. If it leads off with max power, stop. Okay? Don't do it. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Park it. Okay? Don't do it. Here's the reasoning for that. Most companies who only rate their product based off their peak power, whether that's peak power handling, peak power output, it handled or did that power either under a very, very short amount of time, and I mean very short, or it produced that much power based off of 21 volts of electricity going to it, and it blew up right after they did it. Okay? Those are not real numbers to go off of. I do know that there are some companies who do put like max power like on subwoofers and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I think Sundown's recently gone to this. Like it says like 2,500 RMS, 5,000 watts peak, whatever.
I don't want to speak for them, but I feel like they're kind of following suit as far as jumping in on the game of having max ratings because they know it's a gimmick that people will buy off on.
Well, and so
like everyone else is doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, and so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think if you do the max ratings right and you're a true and honest company, I think it's valid, right? Like with the Maverick subwoofers, right? We're obviously going to have an RMS rated power versus max power, okay? But in my opinion, my max power is going to be really realistic compared to the RMS. But what a lot of these companies do is they put this big max power out rating on these subwoofers that is just not true, okay? Because 9 times out of here's what's going to happen. You're going to buy the subwoofer that takes max 5,000 RMS, and you're going to say, man, I want a good 5,000 watt amplifier. And you go and buy a JP53 because you can get them for a decent price. That JP53 makes like 7,000 watts. Okay, guess what's going to happen? Anybody want to take a guess what's going to happen here?
Sub's gonna explode.
Yeah, that sucker is going to exit the chat really fast.
What people don't realize is power is heat, and it heats the coil. And the faster it heats the coil, the hotter the coil gets, the faster the coil is going to exit the chat.
Yep.
Dude,
So
we got somebody here in the comments that says that they've been in the base since '94, and there's a revolution going on since about 2016. They said there's thousands of YouTube channels out there, and they're glad to be here and be a part of this one.
love you, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Hell yeah. That means a lot. Thank you. With that being said, RMS rating is the do or die number. Okay, guys? If you guys are new or like a novice in car and you're trying to get things figured out, RMS ratings are what you look at all the time. If an amplifier company shows you a rating at 16 volts and there is no other ratings below it at 12 or 14 volts, walk away. Don't go with that. Unless you're going to have a 16 volt system and perfect, but don't do it. What do you guys think? I covered the bases there.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Also, we got Mike in the chat talking about how he can't see all the chats that's going on. The reason for that is because you're probably on Facebook. We're also streaming on YouTube and some other platforms, so we're seeing everyone's comments across all the platforms.
You know what we need to do?
What's that?
We need to make it like a page dedicated to the podcast that we only stream off of that platform, if that makes sense. That way everybody can chat in the same area.
Yeah.
If we just make enough announcements about it, we probably could. At least get everybody to YouTube.
If you were giving away $50,000, we'd have everybody in here. I'm just saying.
Have you guys ever seen that? Like when you open up like a YouTube video and the guy's like,
50,000 is a lot.
Bro, have you ever watched Steve Will Do It?
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
Connor.
that's Steve will do.
I don't care who it is. I'm just saying, when they open the video up and say, hey, if you just comment on my video and like it, I'll give you $50K. I'm going to pick one person.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what it takes.
I'm in there like, look, dude, I'm just going to like the hell out of this. I don't care. Maybe I win it. Who knows?
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what? That's a good point. I can put all the comments on the screen so everybody can see it now.
There you go.
Hey, Dad, you get a raise. Congratulations.
Don't do that.
You just got a
It's too early.
payday.
Don't give him a raise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Yeah, Josh,
do
his
more than
batteries died, dude.
No, it just unplugged from my computer. It's touchy.
Switched up. Hell yeah. He's on YouTube now. Sweet. Hell
think
yeah.
Yeah, we need a lot
think,
more sponsorships to give away money like that.
Yeah. Hey,
think
speaking of sponsorships, before I move forward, I want to shout out Chiare. If you guys didn't see my Facebook post or watch last week's podcast, Chiare has come on board to be the official speaker sponsor for Liberty Base Showdown. The little logo here will blow up, pop up at the bottom of the screen here. But I'm really excited to work with them. They're located right out of Ohio, and a lot of their manufacturing is taking place stateside and abroad. But it's cool that they're doing some things stateside, and I'm just really excited to be working with them. Great group of guys over there and gals. So I'm really excited about that. If anybody missed that announcement last week, I just want to get that out of here. Connie in the comments, and I got to get back on topic here. Connie sent me a very nice gift from the bottom of her heart, because everybody knows deep down that I am a world champion. Okay. I don't have to go to these things to show it anymore. She just already knows. So she sent me a really nice gift. I don't know if anybody can see that on camera.
I love gold.
Yeah. So it's the USAC championship ring. It's a very generous gift that she sent me, and I'm really grateful for that. Thank you so much, Connie. Make sure you guys support USAC this year. It's good organization. I'll
Michael
just be
says-
happy with 4 Maverick D112s. LOL. Yes, you will.
You would be happy for sure. Because
You
how I
would.
know? Because we got 12 of them in Jeannie's build.
Hey, she liked
Very
the party.
happy.
She likes the party. All right, switch back up here.
Speaking
Jumping into the
of
next
that,
Oh, do
you know
tell me.
what's really important about Jeannie's build having 12 Mavericks in it?
What's that?
The enclosure,
Oh, yeah?
which is the next talking point.
Yeah, I
He
like
set
that
it up very
segue.
nicely.
Yeah.
I am fully in support of this next one. So, guys, a lot of customers will reach out. I know a lot of you guys that are getting into it. You're buying subwoofers that are really nice, which is awesome. Okay, and you're doing the right thing, getting something quality. However, do not turn around because you spent $600 on the subwoofer. Now you can't feel that you have. How do I say this? You can't spend $500 on a subwoofer box. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, don't cut corners on the enclosure just because you
Yeah.
spent a lot of money on your subwoofer.
Exactly. Here's the bottom line, guys. Your subwoofer box is 80% of that stereo system. If you want your stereo system to sound good, it starts at the box. Bottom line. And I don't have a clip of this, and I wish I could. Caden, you might be able to find it for me real fast if you know who I'm talking about. There's a gentleman running a Sundown Audio Z8 out of the back of his trunk. Are you
You're talking about
familiar with
Luan.
this?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know how to spell his name. It's like
Luan, I think. Or Luan.
Yeah, right now he's on Kicker right now.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
This guy is running an 8-inch subwoofer. An 8-inch subwoofer. And is doing hair tricks better than 50% of the single 12-inch subwoofers I see out on the market.
Yeah. He's doing hair tricks of what, like a pair of 12s would do.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. That Z8's an nasty sub. It's awesome. But it's 8 inches of cone area. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Right.
That is all in the enclosure. So, guys, I'm telling you, if you're going to spend money on a good subwoofer, do not skip on the box because you're not going to be happy.
I would almost tell you to focus more on the enclosure and then decide, okay, I got a quality enclosures built to these specific specs, then start looking at subwoofers. Don't cheap out on the enclosure just because you're going to spend a lot on the sub. Like the way I would think about it is kind of like having a badass race car and putting cheap gas in it. You wouldn't do
Right.
that. Like you're not going to get the performance out of it.
Absolutely. And that makes a lot of sense. So I really hope that anybody getting in the car audio, if you're searching on YouTube, top 5 things I need to do for my stereo system, I hope this one really resonates. Don't get cheap wood. Stay the hell away from MDF. I know it's cheap. I know it's cheap. It's enticing,
Right.
but it's not the right stuff.
Speaking of, when I was looking at the guy's enclosure a little while ago, he popped the back hatch and the back wall of his enclosure was MDF. And you could tell he had a water leak around the weather stripping because the MDF had like water damage on the wood. That's the problem. You go with cheaper MDF. Yes, it's cheaper, but you also have a heavier piece of wood. And then on top of that, if any type of moisture gets to it, it ruins it.
Yep.
I mean, moisture
Right.
shouldn't be getting to your box anyways, but in the case that it does, the rare case, it ruins it.
Well, and you see a lot of companies have prefab boxes coming from overseas, wrap it in carpet and let it run, right? And you see them on eBay, $100 here, $180 here, blah, blah, blah. It's just not going to work.
Dude, the
It's
quality,
just-
and I'm going to beat a dead horse here because you've already talked about it before, but the quality of those enclosures that you have on your site, I was really impressed by that enclosure for the 2.8s that you brought to World of Wheels.
Oh, yeah. Dude, they're nuts.
It had like 13 ply Russian Baltic birch. Like that, some quality wood. I know good wood.
Yeah, you know a good piece of wood when I see it. I did the knock test on it, bro.
I did. Look, I walked by and knocked on it a couple times. Like, well, that's dense.
Dude, Rob, don't let Rob fool you. He put his head inside the subwoofer cutout and was like, boom, 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 boom. And he was like, yeah, bro, 32 hertz. He just picked up on it like that. Pretty crazy. Yeah. Hey, Rob, by the way, preach to a dead horse, by the way.
Oh, yeah, my bad. My bad.
Sheesh.
Gosh, dude, rookie.
Brad, I wouldn't say profab suck. I would say, like you said, get your enclosure built to the actual subwoofer that you run, but there are some profab boxes out there that are quality. And I say profab, not prefab.
Well, dude, You know what? I kind of think I get where he's going at here. A lot of those guys are just throwing pro in the front of it, and it's like competition grade.
Yeah.
Blah
yeah.
blah blah.
Right.
Get ready. The Mavericks are going to be pro Maverick competition grade, 20,000 watts peak power handling. Get ready
God.
for the craziest product description you've ever read.
Dude, I wish Carlos Rodriguez would start doing that single sub testing that he was doing like last year, because I would love to see a Maverick get in that van. See what it
Oh,
would
dude,
do.
I would send one in a heartbeat. Was it a 12 or an 8?
It was
18?
18.
18, that's right.
He could make a 15 fit, but you're kind of like putting yourself in a kind of your hands a
Yeah.
little bit behind your back.
At least going to go to MDF, get high quality. Yeah, you're right. And listen, not every subwoofer is going to call for a Baltic Birch or a Birch subwoofer box. That's a valid statement to make there, right? My thing is we get customers who call, and you get feedback from people who, are ordering ZV6s or Nightshades or Godzilla 12s or DC audio level 3s and up, and they're just trying to throw them in MDF enclosures to save a penny. It just doesn't work. It does not work.
What's up, Brian?
Not long term. So I think that covers the bases. Don't cheap out on a box if you're going to spend real money on a subwoofer. It's a bad combination. Let's see here. Check out some of these comments here real quick. Stuart said, I want to spend 10K and make it sound 15K. Can Liberty Base make that happen? No. I'll try, though.
Well, first off, we have to address the first part of that that's wrong. Stewart's not spending 10K on anything.
Right.
Bruh, Stuart's the kind of guy that spend like 3K and then post a vehicle on Facebook Marketplace that was 3K and not buy it. That's the kind of guy he is.
He's the window shopper. He talks about it a lot.
Dude, honestly, you know who needs to buy my Jeep Liberty is Stuart.
Yeah.
Stuart, I'll make you a hell of a deal.
With some ZV5s.
I'll lead the Stuart, I will sell you the Liberty because I trust you. I will give you the Jeep Liberty with a Crescendo base cost 17K, 4 ZV5 15s, E2s, okay? So you should be able to wire that at one if I'm doing my math right in my head. The only thing you'll need is the battery. It's got two 320 amp alts. And what else am I missing here? I think that's everything it's got. Nice setup with tires and wheels on it.
Right.
You can drive it just about anywhere.
Dude, I would imagine that thing's been parked this whole time, so those tires are probably dry rotted all to hell.
Nah.
You don't
Nah.
think so? Has it been sitting parked in the same spot this whole time?
No, I've moved it. I mean, I haven't moved it far, but it's moved.
But for you, my friend, you give him best deal.
Yeah, but for you, absolutely. But for you, my friend, I'd do much better. So Shitbox Audio Fab Allen put, I'll build anyone a custom box. I'm in California and I've shipped to Florida and Massachusetts. I'm running 218s each on a 10K at 0.7 ohms and at 16 volts on an isolated electrical system. F5 subs always handle more than advertised as long as you're not clipping.
You know what? I want to say that I can support his comment solely for the fact that it looks like he spelled Massachusetts correctly. I can't even say it.
Jeez, this Georgia boy is struggling.
Deep breath, Rob. Deep breath. Sound it out with us here.
Hey, I'm not sounding that out.
All right. I got another one
think
for you
there's
guys.
a lot in that comment.
No, there's a ton. But here's one that I don't think people talk about enough. Know the ohms of your subwoofer before you buy them. Know what you're buying.
Yeah.
Common misconception. I hear people go, well, 2 4s wired down make 2, and 2 D2s wired, that's just 1, right? And there's a lack of knowledge there. So there's great tools out there on the internet to fix that and help you answer that question. We're actually implementing a process right now on the website that's going to make that streamlined for you guys, give you a visual. that I think is going to be really convenient. But like 12volt.com, I think is what it is. Rockford, and there's one other
I
website.
think Kicker.
Is it Kicker?
I think it's Kicker that has one as well.
Yeah, Kicker. So those three companies, as of right now, have resources available for you to go in and say, "Hey, I'm buying 2 subwoofers and they're D2s. What's my final ohm load?" And it's going to show you the wiring diagram.
Right.
9 times out of 10, if you're getting into car audio or you're kind of experienced in it but not all the way in yet, just try to find the best combination that's going to get you to 1 ohm.
Yeah, and stay there. Don't go
And
any
just
lower.
Don't go
If
any
you're new-
lower.
If you're new, just go to 1 ohm.
If you're green, stay the heck away.
Right.
Just by the way, he's got good prices and forget it. Yes, Mike, absolutely. Hell yeah. I'm here for that. For their MDF, it's available up to 1.25 and 1.5. I'm rocking
Okay,
1.5.
so if you're building your own enclosure, something people don't talk about enough, if you've done it, you definitely talk about it a lot, is the dust from cutting MDF. It is the worst. It makes a huge mess. It's terrible to breathe it in. You'll be coughing up shit for days afterwards. Like I hate building anything out of MDF. I'm always going to go for some kind of birch.
Right.
Don't be like me and wire at 0.35.
Exactly. See, Brian, you've been doing this a while, so you wiring at 0.35, that's okay. That's acceptable.
Brian's willing to accept the letdown of an amp going.
The guy down the street who's just wanting a little bump in his system has no business wiring below 1 ohm.
Yeah. There's a saying there. I don't know if I should say it or not, but there's a saying there for that.
MDF dust is carcinogenic. It is. It causes cancer.
I definitely use a respirator when working with MDF for sure. What's your guys' biggest pet peeve in car audio? In chat, I want to hear it.
Biggest pet peeve.
I think it's going to be my post tomorrow.
You should ask this question as part of the advertisement for the podcast so people would have
Right.
something in the chamber ready to go, because this is one you got to think about. Biggest
Yeah.
pet peeve? That's a hard one.
I've got a couple.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It depends on the scenario, though. I feel like, did you just give them a demo? Are they just walking around? Or they like, if you just gave them a demo pet peeve, like, to turn it up, oh my god, that's so.
I like
annoying.
Austin's splatter paint. I've only seen like 1 or 2 splatter paint jobs where I was like, all right, this is done tastefully. It looks good. Usually, not at all.
I hate the people that can't enjoy somebody else's build. That's a pet
Like,
peeve.
or won't give it
That
the
is such
time
a
of
pet
day.
peeve of mine.
No. Let me take it a step further. They get in, they act all hard. Give me the beans, and then they don't tap. Obviously, it sucked, okay? And if you left it on for 35, 40 seconds, they would eventually want to get out because it's not comfortable.
Right.
And rather than say, dude, that build's earned my respect, it's all right. I ain't shit.
We've said it on here before. Like, I've gotten into so many builds that were just like 1 or 2 sub enclosure or 1 or 2 sub builds and been really impressed by it and couldn't say
Right.
enough good things.
Well, that, and then you had the people that like they'll walk to the back of a build like, oh yeah, mine's better. It's like, why can't you just be happy for somebody else? You know?
Yeah.
Mason put lithium knowledge. Yep. That's a good one.
So
I don't experience it
Shitbox
too
says,
much.
my gain is only halfway. What gets me is whenever somebody tells me, like, if I get a demo and they look over at me and they're like, my knob's only halfway up, bro. And I'm like, nah, you was cranking on it. I saw you. Don't lie to me. I saw you cranking it.
Yeah.
Jeannie has a problem with a lot of people not believing that Trixie is her build. They always just assume it's mine, and then even when she tells them it's hers, they still want to act like it's not.
They're just jealous.
Right.
Mine is people that in general, people commenting or getting involved in shit that they have no idea what is actually transpiring. That goes for anything, whether that's building a box, building a subwoofer, building an amplifier, designing an amplifier, running a freaking company, whatever it may be. That's the one that I just cannot stand.
Just saying for that, you don't have to have an opinion on everything.
But boy, if you get on the internet, there's a shit ton of it. Let me tell you what. Richard said absolutely 100 on the respect for for others' builds. Absolutely, dude. Like, it's not that difficult.
That's
My-
why I have more fun going to shows as a spectator and getting demos than I do taking a build and demoing it. Like you know how fun you saw it, Jace, whenever we went to Scraping the Coast, and we were just like walking around, just getting into people's builds, and people were asking us to come get into their builds. That shit's fun as hell.
It's frustrating. It
Oh,
blows my mind.
Jace, what's the entry fee off the top of your head for Liberty Base Showdown?
Being mad at show entrance price 40. If you can't afford 40, you're in the wrong hobby.
And I bring that up.
Austin.
I bring that up because I saw on Facebook apparently people were bitching about TDH about the price being 40, but they don't realize that's for both days, and it's a huge
No.
show.
You know
And
what I
that's an
think I'm going to do?
expensive venue.
I'm really debating on doing this. I personally think that I'm going to provide a Excel spreadsheet with
Of a
all of the
breakdown.
costs associated. You know, because in full transparency, I don't do Liberty Base Showdown to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
I do Liberty Base Showdown to put enough money back to do the event next year and to continue to grow up to make it awesome for my community. Full transparency, this shouldn't shock anyone. I make my money off of libertybaseshop.com and selling car audio product. Bottom line, a show is not going to make me very rich. Okay, it's not going to happen. So I don't think I would have any issue doing that. I'm really thinking I should do it. I'm sure there'll be, well, you're just Flash and blah, blah, blah. But I want to make a point. Anybody who bitches about a $40 or $50 entry fee into an event, or even up to 80 for Slamology, 60 or something like that. I can't remember.
I've never been to Slam, but I'll tell you right now, I would have no problem paying $80 just from what I've heard about how big Slam is. It sounds like it's worth it.
My thing is that show or any show charging that much, it's for a reason.
Right.
The amount of expenses that go into a damn event is insane. Because here's what you fail to realize. Anytime you see somebody walking around in a shirt or something like that working the event are getting paid something. A lot of them openly volunteer. But as somebody who puts an event on, they want to do something nice for them. You got to say thank you somehow. So you got to pay them a little bit. And you got to put
Johns.
Porta shitters.
A lot of money just for shitters.
Absolutely. Security for the nighttime. You got your car parked there at the event? Guess what? Do you want the shit stolen? Do you want it? Because if you do, perfect. I will go ahead and not pay for 2 security guards to roam that property for 12 hours at night. That's fine.
You know what? Austin makes a good point. I don't think people take into account the fact that this is somewhere for you to go and play your build with no one bothering you for a whole 2 days about how loud you're playing your build. Because as base heads, it's hard to go somewhere and play for more than 10 minutes without having somebody bother you, let alone play for 2 days straight as much as you want.
Right.
That's fat.
Like, that alone is priceless.
Dude, yeah, this is beautiful. My mom, my sweet mother, commented here. It will never make you rich. Most people have no idea what it takes to put on a good show. My mom is in here speaking the truth.
That's because she said it'll never make you rich. That's because you're not paying her.
Right.
Well, all right, you got me there. You got me there. Let's see here. There were some comments I'm missing here. Definitely the ego aspect of it and status is my biggest pet peeve. Instead of just having fun for the pure love of base, true fellowship with fellow bases, appreciating the show and respect for other people's work. Yeah, bud, that is a dying thought in this world, unfortunately. There's still some good folk out there that believe in that concept, but it is a lot of ego chasing. It really is. That's a really good word for it, actually. It's not just people being out. It's just ego chasing. I like that. Might put that on a shirt.
Oh God.
Have you not seen the saying where it's like we spend entirely too much money on really dumb things trying to impress the guy down the street that we don't even know?
Yes.
That's what we're doing at this level in car audio.
Yep.
Like you can sit here and say, "No, I build for me, bro." No, you want to see the look on people's faces when they get demos of it for sure. At least I can admit that I'm building for other people. I like to see
Right.
people's expressions. I like to see people having their minds blown. Like World of Wheels, how many people do we see that they're just standing off in the distance that weren't going to get in? They didn't need to. Their minds are blown just standing 10 feet away from Caden's build.
Right.
How do I say this? So Parker put, what ego is there to have with subwoofers?
Oh boy,
A lot.
there's
A
a lot.
ton. Listen, you just hop on Facebook, hop in any one of the Facebook groups, give it 5 days, and there'll be somebody to have some ego triggered in there because of a subwoofer. To be honest, Jace, y'all have provided such a happy weekend to look forward to. It's literally amazing. You're doing a great job. I appreciate that, buddy. I really appreciate that. It's really kind. The entire goal, I think, for any event is to make it where you want to bring your family back year after year, and this is what you guys look forward to. If it costs you $50, I'm sorry. If I could make it cheaper, I would. However, if you really want to come back next year, that's what it takes. That's the bottom line.
One thing that people aren't talking about enough, if they want to complain about the cost to get into the show, why don't we just talk about how much it costs just to get to the show? The gas.
Hey.
That's expensive. Let's bitch about. We can all agree that gas is too expensive. We can bitch about that together.
Yeah, we
Right.
can. Yeah, we can.
You
This
ever
year I
miss
was-
the days where like your grandparents are talking about it was a quarter a gallon?
Yeah,
God, take me back.
but they still had to walk like 12 miles uphill both ways in the pouring down
School.
rain and the snow.
All right,
Yeah.
I got a hot take. I have a hot take. We have it harder today than our grandparents' generation had it back then.
Hey, I
Yeah.
could see that argument, dude. Because you can sit here and argue like, "Oh, minimum wage is higher now." Well, yeah, but everything else costs more too.
Dude, everything. Dude, you can't buy a fixer-upper for under $250,000 in our area. And I don't live in that nice of an area.
No.
Okay? So I always love it.
Listen, I'm just saying, you know, the economy's bad when people default on payments of loaned groceries.
That's rough.
Y'all haven't
That's
seen that
bad.
statistic? Bro, the statistic of it is like 42 defaulted payments, like 42% defaulted payments on buy now, pay later groceries.
Yeah. Dad said they got paid 5 cents an hour max. Yeah, but they were buying things for like 80 cents.
Not even
It's
that.
different.
Some
not
of them
even
are
that,
probably
dude.
like pennies.
It's not even that. Dude, it makes me so mad. Okay, so when my mom and dad sold their first home, okay, the house I grew up in most of my life, it sold in like 2015 for $140,000. Okay, nice house, but it was like 1,200 square feet, basement, decent amount of land right there. Okay, and a neighborhood. Okay, the house beside it is a double wide, and it just sold for $270,000. Now, either I'm crazy or there's a problem there.
Dude, that's actually a cool topic. What if you could take one of the builds from today back in time to the 90s to a show? Imagine how many minds you blow if you could do that.
You know how many world records that we'd have?
Dude,
Yeah,
I'd be bro. Oh my goodness. Talk about egos. Could you imagine the egos of today taking their build back then and how rampant it would be? That's what I'm thinking of. For context on the trajectory, $100 in 1975 is worth $16.40 in 2025, and 84% decrease in just a 50-year window. Yeah, see, thank you, Drew. Yeah, Grandpappy ain't got it harder than me. They don't know what
$100 was worth something.
dude. They don't know what I've been through.
Okay, here's a hot take.
Okay?
When I see people on Facebook complaining about how they're struggling so bad, but those same people I know have ridiculous amounts of car audio equipment. but they're talking about how they're having a hard time paying for their kids' like school trip or clothes or whatever the school supplies they need, knowing damn well they got a big ass car audio build out back. That bugs the shit out of me.
That's facts, dude.
That's
That is
priorities.
facts.
That's all it is. Priorities.
Okay, I just had this thought in my head. All right, you think about like your great grandparents, like they grew up World War One, World War Two, right? Vietnam. Look, I'll use my great grandma and great grandpa for an example. They were born in 38, 39 ish, like right around there. So they grew up World War Two, Vietnam, Korea, Desert Storm. What else am I missing here? What other major wars?
You got them.
Yeah,
Is that the major ones?
Watergate scandal.
Watergate, Forrest Gump. Okay, the whole nine. They grew up through all that, and I used to go back and think like, man, I couldn't imagine living in that, right? And then I'm thinking of like for us today.
Every day is a historical moment in our lives.
Yeah,
we're living through historical moments every day.
Dude, we had a pandemic that shut us down for like worse. We were shut down worse than the Black Plague shut people down. Like they still went to work with the Black Plague. They didn't care. We got shut down over sniffles.
What Drew just said about baby boomers pulling the ladder up after they climbed it. That I've never thought of it that way, but yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
they
some
climb
bullshit.
the ladder and pull that shit up with them.
Yeah, you know what? If you're over the age of 48 years old, you pay more now at libertybasedshop.com. It's what I have to do. I got to tax you more, guys. So I'm sorry. What else am I supposed to do here? That's a great analogy, though. It's just so crazy to me. I've also thought about the we're getting really off topic here, but I'm okay with this. Everybody's enjoying it in the comments.
I think the comments, people are enjoying it too.
Okay, so here's that same thought, right? I've had the thought of is, man, when are people going to stop buying car audio? I've always had that thought. As being a business owner,
I was going to say, as a business owner, you have to think that way.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, why wouldn't they buy audio? And dude, the thing that keeps running into my mind is electric cars. I don't see a 16-year-old undoing the panel of a Tesla Cybertruck to slap two Memphis 12s in the back on a Memphis Mojo 2000. It's not going to happen.
Right.
That or you're going to shock the shit out of yourself and you'll be in the hospital for a few days. Like, I just don't see it being a thing.
I don't know. I feel like I could argue that with, I feel like most electric cars people hate on. I mean, I don't see very many. I don't know.
We got Josh Kingsmore in the house, who's a huge advocate for electric golf carts.
Big golf cart guy. Let's see here. Pandemic was a blessing for me.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? The pandemic sucked for me.
Drew says it's going to be a long, long time before all these older vehicles are gone. Man, I don't know, because I used to be, and I still am, real big into like 90s Hondas. It is so hard to find a 90s Honda today that's in even half decent shape that hasn't been just completely molested.
Yeah, but it's a Honda.
It's not an arm and a leg.
Oh, that's what I mean. Like, if it's even remotely okay shape, they want way too much for them.
I love this
because it's kind of like unfortunately, it's one of those brands that's kind of a pass me down. Like people in the 90s didn't think anything of a Honda. You know what I mean?
Dude, when we were at World of Wheels and I was looking at all those old cars, and I just thought to myself, do you know how many of those cars people just got in and drove as beaters for so long?
Yeah.
And now they're just sitting here like, I can't. This thing costs more than my house. It's like,
right,
dude. You know what I think I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
You know what I think I'm gonna start doing? I think I'm gonna go start buying cars at the dealership, like brand new, like
just sitting on them, like not
just
doing
lease
anything.
them. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab them, go put them in a pool barn, put them in a bubble or some shit like that, and then roll them down, meek them like 15, 20 years later, and make $60,000, $70,000 off my initial investment. So I'm just saying, I think that's going to be my new business move.
What really got me about those cars that were at World of Wheels were how people were putting them up on like the ramps and putting mirrors underneath the vehicle to show you how clean they were underneath. Like not just what you saw on the outside was clean, underneath the vehicle was squeaky clean too.
Yeah.
And dude, Rob, park your Honda. Stop driving it right now. Pull it in the garage, buy a car cover, wrap the SOB up, give it 20 years. Dude, you're one pandemic away. Just think about that.
Okay,
You're one pandemic away from that car being worth like $100,000.
You were talking about when will people like not put car audio into a car? Are they going to get an electric car and look at it and be like, I'm not going to put 12s in that. It's an electric car. I've looked at the Type R and I've already been like, man, this Bose system is kind of trash. Like it would be nice to have something better in it. So I'm already thinking about putting car audio in my new car.
Oh God, this guy.
Shit, Genie's in the chat.
Shit, you're done, bud. You're done.
Dude's leaking himself.
Yeah, you're cooked. Nah, listen, I am I love this conversation. I think that I think we're all having a good reality check here. We have it harder than any other generation. I believe it, hands down. Not gonna argue with me on it.
I would argue that if you were to say the generation around the Great Depression and World War II, I would argue they have it harder than we do.
If they lived through the Great Depression,
I'm only giving it to you because there's never been a war like World War II, and that's the only reason I'm giving it to you.
Yeah, it's terrible to say, but World War II is my favorite war, like history-wise, to study and to learn about.
Oh, me too.
It's the coolest one to learn about.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure it sucked to live through.
Oh, it absolutely did. But like, if you were just to say Great Depression, and then everything else I mentioned earlier versus what we're dealing with, like. I mean, I'm not, scrapping for, to eat bark or anything like that. I don't want to say that. I don't want to take anything away from what they had to experience, but I just think about the situation that, dude, I'm 26 years old. I still live at home, right? I'm building a business and I'm doing some things to try to make, change that up for us here. But like, even if I didn't have a business and I was just working a regular 9-to-5 job and making $25 an hour or something like that, like you're
still not moving out.
Yeah, it's just your $400,000 house.
Dude, think about me. I have a 17-year-old daughter who's about to graduate high school next year, and I'm over here wondering like, how's she going to start off life? I can't expect her to just move out on her own. I mean, I know how much it costs to live these days, and it's not realistic to expect her to just leave and just make it work. Like, I got to expect she's going to live with us while she goes to community college at the least.
Exactly. And I don't know.
Even like renting isn't even plausible half the time.
Dude, no, $1,000 to $1,500.
Like, at that point though, like if you're paying that, I think you can like swing like a house payment. Like sometimes you can get a house payment lower than $1,200 a month for rent.
Drew said we're not yet eating bark, but there's still time.
Hey, I like what he said about the internet makes things a lot worse because you're not supposed to be able to have access to so many people and be able to talk to so many people at one time. I think the internet amplifies people's personalities. If they're a shitty person and then you give them internet access, it just amplifies that shitty personality.
It's an amplifier.
Yeah.
Good analogy. Dude, I just think that if I am struggling to buy a home, own cars, take one vacation a year with the family, like a normal life, like I would say that's fairly normal. Would you guys agree? Yeah. Own a home, have 2-3 kids, take them on a trip once a year, make memories. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty standard American dream.
That's the American dream, is to be able to do that, I would say.
Yeah. Right. But if I'm 26 and I can't even afford a home right now, right? Look at Kate. Kate, how younger are you than me?
I'm 19. So.
Okay, so you're
7 years.
7 years younger than me. Okay, right. And there's kids coming out right behind you, and you and I have the same conversations all the time about how crazy everything is in the world. And
are the same age difference between me and you, Jace, as you are with Caden?
I'll be 27 this year.
Okay, so we're about 7 or 8 years apart.
Yeah, that's actually kind of funny now that you're saying that. That's not weird or anything. Our base show is not considered vacation.
I'm closer to 50 than I am to when I was 18.
Old person.
Dude, that hurts. It really hurts.
Dude, Drew's on it right now. The only reason we own a home now is that Brandy is 8 years older than me and bought it 14 years ago.
Hell
Dude,
yeah, that's
I'm,
called
I'm locked in. I
that's
got
called a
this
good
house.
investment.
I got this house during COVID at 2.5% interest. We are locked in, dude. Like we're not selling.
We ain't
We're-
moving. We're staying right here.
If we
Drew
may
got the
rent
best
this house
ROI
out-
on something I've ever seen.
Yeah, Drew. Hell of an investor, Drew. Congratulations.
Good job, brother.
Base shows are not a vacation when you work them. That's facts.
Right.
That's facts, dude. I crashed so hard when we got home after
I don't-
Mortal Wheels.
I don't know, because I still have a good time, man.
I have a good time, but I'm exhausted. Like, it's different.
It's probably a different feeling for you because like your level of responsibility for it, but I had a good time. And
Oh, talk about responsibilities. Oh, man. Oh, don't even. I'm not going to get started. Anyway,
I wouldn't buy a house today. Let's just put it that way. I would not buy a house today if I was.
Do you
if
know
I
what I
had
would
the-
buy?
What would you buy? Some subwoofers from LibertyBaseShop.com?
6 Maverick 15s. I'd probably buy that. I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Because so and so down the road has been bumping when they ride by. It's pissing you off.
That's the issue.
Listen, I can live in that car. You know what I'm saying? A little bass therapy, a little entertainment system is what I'd like to call that. I just want to, you got a home entertainment system. I got a car entertainment system. I Bluetooth my phone, little 6-inch display, 52 inches of subwoofers behind me. What more could I ask for? Just saying.
Dude, we got so off topic.
7%
We were supposed to be talking
interest.
about electrical and impedance and gains, and we just went way off the deep end with what it costs to live these days. But I'm here for it. I'm here
We
for
really
it. Dude.
did. Yeah, listen, the comment section was here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, Drew, that is absolutely amazing.
I can live in a car. I can't race a house. Facts. My house doesn't do 170 dB. Damn it! I'll tell you that right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Just saying, it don't do it. I think you're referring to the Mavericks. So Mavericks will retail in the $900 range, barring any crazy tariffs or anything like that that get smacked on me in the next few weeks, and I'm crying myself to sleep. That's where everything's set right now. You're safer in the trunk or in the trunk, or you're safer in the
Dude,
trunk.
I thought about that. If there, because we had those tornadoes touch down a few months ago, a few weeks ago. Would it be safer to go get inside Trixie in the garage, or would it be safer to be like somewhere in the house where you're closed off, like the pantry or something?
Oh, if there's a tornado, if there's like an EF3 tornado coming right from my house, like it's coming right over the top of me, I'm going into the Patriot and I'm sitting there. Like,
I mean, it's still caged. It's
yeah.
heavy as hell.
Yep. I'm
Like, I
sitting in
think
the
that's-
Patriot.
I think that's
where
smart.
I'm heading. 13,000 pounds, steel cage vehicle. I'm in it. I'm good. Good
I'm
luck.
in.
Good luck with the tree trunk going through it. Bet.
Yeah, double windshield, extreme
Yeah, dude.
windshield in your case.
Yeah, dude. I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Or
or
I'll
I'll
die
die thinking it. When they find your body, they're gonna be like, "Meh, it was a good plan." He thought
Yeah,
about
nah,
something."
that'll be all right. That's a cool idea. Hell yeah.
I mean, the whole reason for me thinking about going to the pantry is because there's food in there, and I'm like, if I got to be stuck anywhere, I want to be stuck where there's food.
You want to be stuck right by the Campbell's chicken noodle soups. That way you can,
Jesus.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, listen. I think that was a good podcast. What do you guys think?
I agree.
I agree. I think it was good.
Listen, if you guys watch the end, top 5 things every base head needs to know. The housing market sucks right now. I think we've got it harder than any generation in the past. Don't buy expensive subs and then run a shitty box. Don't believe
spend all your money on car audio if your kid needs clothes for school.
don't damn it, I'm laughing. Don't believe max power ratings. Trust RMS ratings over anything else. And know what ohms you're getting before you actually buy the subwoofer. And that's
Nice.
the 10 things every base head needs to know going forward.
We miss Blaine too. Message him.
Dude,
Tell
you
him
got to
you
get
miss
on him. Message
Yep.
him. We missed the Blainster too. Listen, we have pushed and pushed and pushed. He's going to come. He's coming around. Hashtag. Oh, Drew's trying to say that impedance rise isn't real.
Oh God, here we go.
I would agree. Most people don't need to worry about it.
Yes.
Well, Drew, you can tell that to my wallet when I bought a base clutch 17K and only clamped like 8K out of it. You tell that to my wallet in pride, okay? I want to see it. I'm gonna give him 30 seconds.
Josh said the basement. Who has a basement?
Shit.
Y'all got a basement? Oh, Jace, you have a basement.
What?
That's where you'd go to is the basement.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Those are normal in Ohio. Georgia, that's different though.
Yeah, you guys aren't cool like that. You guys can't have basements.
Yeah.
I had a basement when I was in Illinois, and it was actually pretty dope to have a basement just for extra storage alone.
Red dirt lamo. All right, I'm getting. Oh, he gave me a cool shaded sunglasses. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting for it. And lol. It's not an explanation. You've not made my wallet feel any better.
Right. No explanation.
I think that amp was $3,200 or something like that. Make me feel better. Got me out here buying 1 amp per sub now to compensate.
That's not good enough.
Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it, dog. You can't come in here and have this hot ass take and then not have anything to back up. Yeah, we don't flow like that. We were just sitting here arguing about the housing crisis we're in right now, trying to justify why our lives are harder than those 40, 50, 60 years ago.
Next podcast.
All right. I'll have you on next podcast. Next week's podcast is impedance rise a myth? Yes or no?
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters. We will see you guys next Wednesday on the Clip Notes podcast, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Don't forget to mark your calendars. Liberty Base Showdown, July 4th and 5th. Drew said he is going to be there, so you guys get your autograph from Drew. It's going to be a magical thing. We can't wait to see everybody there. Huge shout out to our sponsors, Down for Sound for being the co-main event sponsor and the amplifier sponsor, Sundown Audio for being the official subwoofer sponsor, Chiare for being the official speaker sponsor, and JS Aldinators for being the official Aldinator sponsor. I appreciate the hell out of you guys so much. Thank you, and we will see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.